What's up guys, I'm Justin and this is Cards and Coffee. Chances are, if you clicked on this video, it's because you're a big fan of the Progression series. Cimoooooooo's Progression series has taken the community by storm, and for a good reason. The Progression series has gotten so popular that people all over are logging online, getting together with friends, building a draft deck, and doing their own progression. I know I've been a part of a couple myself, and they're honestly a lot of fun. Now, everybody does their own rules or their own takes on how they want to do the progression, and I think that's what makes it so beautiful. It's just an open-ended format that you can kind of customize in any way you want, and that's why I'm getting together with a good friend of mine, Ricardo, and we're going to put our own twist on this series. And if you clicked on this video, I hope you stick around till the end of this series because I think it's going to be super awesome. Now, Cimoooooooooo and Gage have pretty much set the gold standard of how the progression should play out, but Ricardo and I have a couple little twists that we think are going to shake things up for our series. So right off the bat, we're going to be following a traditional format that follows the ban list that coincides with the release date of whatever set we're on that episode. For example, if we're on IOC, whatever ban list is available on that set's release date, that's the list we'll follow. This will kind of keep the format similar to what it was, but also offer its own unique twist because again, we're playing a standard format, so all ban cards are going to be moved to the limited section of the ban list. One thing that we are going to be doing differently is we will be following the master rules as they played out in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. So for example, on this first episode being Legend of Blue Eyes, we will be drawing our 6th card for turn. And as the series goes on, we will change the master rule as it did chronologically. Now, one thing we're going to do is we found a way to include some of the starter decks and structure decks into our series. Now, not only does this give us access to staples a little easier, but it also helps us find a way to balance the game. And I'm going to get into how that balances the game in a second. So first things first, we did set a little timeline of what starter decks we are going to open. So basically, in a nutshell, we're going to be opening all the classic character starter decks. So that's going to include stuff like the Yugi and Kaiba starter deck, the Joey and Pegasus, the Jaden and Cyrus, all the way to the last character starter decks that we could find, the Yugi and Kaiba starter deck Reloaded, hence the name of the series. As we go through the series, we'll each open one of the 2 starter decks and add them to our collection. So for example, with this first episode, one of us will open starter deck Kaiba, one of us will open starter deck Yugi, adding the cards to our collection and then opening our 24 packs of Legend of Blue Eyes. This will give us both access to staple cards throughout the series. In addition, it also gives us access to some unique cards we might not have seen in the series. But the main reason we wanted to add these starter decks is because of our new game balancing mechanic. So what this mechanic is going to be is if ever during the series Ricardo or I lose 3 times in a row, at the start of the next episode, whatever the release date for that current set is, we can go back up to 1 year from that release date and open any starter or structure deck from that timeline. So for example, if I lost 3 times in a row going into the week of Rise of the Duelist, then at the start of the episode I can add any starter or structure deck up to a year before the release of Rise of the Duelist. This is awesome because if I already happen to have a starter or a structure deck that I've opened already, then I can double up on that, or if there's something I've never had access to in the series, then I can open something like that and add it to my collection as well. The hope is that if ever a player got in the position of losing 3 times in a row, that the added power of a starter or structure deck will hopefully rebalance the game and tip the scales back in the other player's favor. Also, the main reason we wanted to do a 1-year timeline gap is because we didn't want to be in 2016 and lose 3 times in a row and then go all the way back to 2005 to open a structure deck that gives you access to Card of Safe Return. Now, obviously, if you lost within a year of 2005, then all's fair in Yu-Gi-Oh! And War. Ricardo and I have also taken a gentleman's agreement to where we will never purposely lose 3 times in a row, because at the end of the day, we're here to win, and that's what it's all about. Having fun, being competitive, and showing who's the best. Again, if you did click on this, I hope you stick around for the entirety of the series. And obviously, the inspiration for this series goes to Cimoooooooooo and Gage. Their progression series has inspired a lot of people into having fun in their own ways. So I'm going to pass it to Ricardo now. I've given him the honor of choosing who gets what starter deck to start the series out. He is the guest on my channel, so I just felt like that would be the right thing to do. When choosing one of these starter decks, there's arguments to be made for both of them, but there is one that in particularly stands out in my eye, but we'll see what Ricardo picks. Anyways, I'll see you guys at pack opening. Go ahead and grab yourself a cup of coffee or something, that way you can sit down and tune in. Thanks guys.
Hey everyone, Ricardo here. So, I've known Justin for a long time now. We actually kind of got into the competitive scene together, and admittedly, Justin has a couple more accolades to his name than I do, but hopefully that'll change in the near future. So I'll be Justin's opponent in the progression series. You know, there's a lot I'm looking forward to. 1, getting to spend time with one of my oldest friends. 2, getting to use old cards in ways that they never should have been used. And 3, eventually reaching the best era of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is the 5Ds era, where I'll have access to all my favorite synchro monsters. But until then, I'm going to have to suffer through the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! And try to remember what it was like to be on the playground. So we're going to be starting things off with Legend of Blue Eyes, which I'm not exactly fond of because it is not a good set. But luckily for us, we're also going to be using the structure decks, including the very first starter decks, which are Yugi and Kaiba. I gotta admit, I would much prefer to pick the Yugi deck, and since I'm technically the guest on Justin's channel, he has given me the option of picking who gets to start with what deck, but you know, that's a lot of power for one man to have, because giving myself a free Summon Skull, it's pretty busted. I mean, in addition, the Yugi deck has Last Will and a bunch of other cards that aren't Summon Skull and Last Will, and of course both decks have some pretty nice staples like Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Ultimate Offering, but man, that Summon Skull is just too good, so I'm gonna have to pass up the idea of choosing who gets what, and instead I'm gonna go ahead and leave it up to this nifty little wheel here. So as you can see here, both of us have equal chances of getting either deck. Like I said, I'd personally prefer the Yugi deck, but I really can't be mad at a free 3k beat stick with the Lord of D. I'm not trying to get myself hyped or excited here, so let's just go ahead and find out who gets what. Please give me Yugi, 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 Yugi. And there it is, you know, who could have seen that one coming? I'm going to be starting off with the free Summon Skull, and Justin's going to be starting off with the free 3k beat stick and an easy way to summon it. That's assuming he doesn't pull another Blue Eyes or two. Ah, whatever. Me and Summon Skull got this. It's in the bag. We Gucci.
Alright guys, I just got the word. I got Starter Deck Kaiba. I'm super juiced for that. Starter Deck Yugi is arguably better, but I'm super happy with this starter deck. This one's actually more nostalgic to me, at least growing up. I know when I first got into the game, the first card I saw that really caught my eye was Blue Eyes White Dragon, and ever since it's been one of my favorite cards, so I'm super excited I get to reopen this set. So there's nothing too crazy going on in this starter deck, at least compared to the Yugi starter deck, but just some notable cards. Obviously Blue Eyes White Dragon in here. It's a 2 tribute, so it's a little risky, but it's cool that we have the strongest monster in the game in our possession to start the series out with. Also cards like Battle Locks is really good, just probably one of the better normal summons. Judge Man, not quite as strong as Summon Skull that Ricardo will have, but it's still a pretty solid single tribute. Not too much of anything going on here. Dark Hole is an awesome staple card. I'm super glad I get to start out the series with it. One quick note, this card is also available in the Yugi starter deck, so I know right off the bat that Ricardo will have it, so I gotta keep that in mind when playing, because outside of battle, really, the only thing that's gonna generate card advantage is gonna be cards like Pot of Greed, Raigeki, and of course Dark Hole. There's no real big tempo swingers outside of that. Keep scrolling down, we see Sword Stalker, again a 2k beater that's a single tribute. I like it. I'll probably be playing this card unless I pull something amazing to replace it. Lajin is the strongest level 4 monster in the game. That is a perk that this deck has. It's actually full of pretty decent beat sticks to just normal summon, which I really appreciate. It also comes with a Skull Redbird, so it just makes me that much closer to opening a playset when I go to open Legend of Blue Eyes. Scrolling down, more staple stuff. There's a Fissure in here, a Trap Hole, a 2-prong attack, D-Spell, kind of average, obviously. Monster Reborn, just like Dark Hole, an amazing staple to have, but also just like Dark Hole, it is available in the Yugi deck that Ricardo has, so it's nice that I have it, but there's no advantage to having it because we both have it. Reinforcements is a pretty good trap card. Catching people in damage step I could see being pretty good. Lord of D and Flute of Summoning Dragon is completely trash. Trap Master is a pretty decent card, especially if Ricardo is on a lot of traps. We'll see how that goes. Hane is a solid flip effect monster. It's not as good as Man-Eater Bug, but it's still nice to have. Reverse Trap, kind of gimmicky, but we'll see how it goes. And then I'm just going to go all the way to the bottom. Ultimate Offering. Again, both starter decks have it, and it is a banned card right now. This card is insane. I hope I can pull off some cool things with this. I don't know. We'll see how this card plays out in the progression series, but I'm super excited we have access to it just to see what we can come up with. in time. But that's pretty much it. Outside of that, I'm not gonna lie, the Yugi starter deck pretty much has a lot of the same thing. Like I mentioned before, if we lose 3 times in a row, we can open a starter or a structure deck within the timeline of the set that we are doing. Worst case, if I'm losing a lot, I'm just gonna go grab myself my own Yugi starter deck. So I'm gonna pass it on to Ricardo. I'm sure he's gonna want to talk about his Yugi deck real quick. There's some awesome cards in there, and I'm sure he's super excited to have gotten that starter deck.
Let's go ahead and take a look at starter deck Yugi and what exactly makes it so special. Starting things off, we have the legendary and iconic Dark Magician himself. And while he may have been Yugi's ace, we're unfortunately going to have to kind of put him on the back burner for now. It's not that we won't use him, because 2500 attack at this point in the game is pretty nice. However, he's just outclassed by Summon Skull. Being a level 6, he only requires 1 tribute to Dark Magician's 2. Summon Skull's low defense stat actually makes him searchable, so there's really no contest. In between the two, we have Gaia the Fierce Knight. While I love Gaia for nostalgic reasons, he's weaker than Dark Magician and Summon Skull. He's not exactly ideal. Up next are our level 5 monsters. Admittedly, none of them are anything too special, but Curse of Dragon goes alongside Gaia in that Gaia the Dragon Champion fusion. That's an almost free 2600 monster. Up next, we have our level 4 monsters. Stat-wise, most of these aren't anything to write home about. We see a lot of familiar and iconic faces, such as Luis the Beaver Warrior, Celtic Guardian, Feralin, but none of their stats are really what we're looking for here. Neo is kind of a gift right now, just a free 1700 monster. Hopefully we manage to get him out, but if we don't, that's fine, because we have Mystical Elf, boasting an impressive 2000 attack stat. Nothing in the starter deck Kaiba can get over it except for Judgment and Blue Eyes White Dragon itself. So if we ever just need the stall for time, Mystical Elf is our girl. There are 2 effect monsters in this deck that I am very thankful to have. The Stern Mystic is not one of them. Wall of Illusion, on the other hand, is. Wall of Illusion boasts a very nice 1850 defense point. What makes it very special is its effect. Any card that attacks it at the end of the damage step gets bounced back to the hand. And at this point in the game, there's nothing to stop that. Wall of Illusion is an amazing card, and I'm very thankful to have it. Giant Soldier Stone is actually perfect for this. He's very similar to Mystical Elf with a little beefier attack. Maneater Bug is just going to go ahead and destroy whatever we need it to destroy. Card Destruction is an amazing card. Not only can it mess up my opponent's plays, but it can turn a bad hand into a good one, and most importantly, it sets up Monster Reborn, which is pretty overpowered right now. Change of Heart, another amazing card. Anything my opponent controls is mine. Up next is Dark Hole, one of the most powerful spells in the game at this point. With absolutely nothing to stand in its way, the second it hits the field, everything is gone. Of course, that means my monsters too, but sometimes you just gotta make that sacrifice. I don't know what to tell you. Fisher, great card to just get over things that we normally can't get over otherwise. But Last Will is one of the most broken cards in this deck, and that's saying a lot in a deck that has Change of Heart, Monster Reborn, and Dark Hole. Last Will is like an e-teleport. Basically, I just get a free monster. Up next, the all-time classic. Everyone knows and loves this card, Monster Reborn. What do I have to say about this card? Of course, I believe the Kaiba deck also has it, but hey, whatever, we have one. That's all that matters to us. Next up is Soul Exchange. Soul Exchange is an amazing card right now, because it means that your monsters are my materials. Any card on my opponent's field can just be tributed, and when we have Summon Skull in our hand, it means that anything, including Blue Eyes White Dragon, is just tribute fodder to us. An amazing card. Unfortunately, if we activate it, we gotta skip our battle phase, but it's a free out to pretty much anything. Very kaiju-esque in a way. Rounding out our traps, we have Trap Hole, which at this point is gonna see some play. While it only works on monsters 1000 attack or more, that does mean that a lot of heavy hitters are gonna be subject to it. Up next is Ultimate Offering, an extremely broken card. For the low price of 500 life points, you get an additional normal summoner set, and at this point in the game, that's crazy. Wabuko is a weird card because for the longest time as a kid, no one had any idea what it did because it was worded so awkwardly. It wasn't until the video games came out that we actually learned what the hell it did. Basically, it doesn't matter what happens if your opponent attacks you, your monsters aren't destroyed, you take 0 life point damage. And I know that what we're seeing on the screen does say that, but the original did not. So I'm very thankful to have this errata text, but that was starter deck Yugi.
Alright guys, here we are. The first set ever released. I'm super excited. I can't wait to open Legend of Blue Eyes. I'm really hoping to buff up that starter deck I got. Alright, let's get into this. Again, there's nothing too crazy about this set, but there's some great cards like Raigeki, Trap Hole, Swords of Revealing Light. A lot of the super rares are actually really, really good in this set. Outside of Raigeki and Dark Hole, there really isn't any big tempo swingers in the beginning of this set. It's more one-for-ones and trading battle. So big monsters, single tribute summons are pretty important, I think. Doubles are a little risky, but being able to out big monsters with just removal, like with Raigeki, Dark Hole, or even like Fissure, two-prong attack, stuff like that. So we're hoping to stack up on Trap Hole, spot removal. Obviously, we really want a Pot of Greed. If there's one card I need to pull, in my opinion, I feel like it has to be at least Pot of Greed. Everything else could be a dud. So hopefully we get that. Let's do this. Alright, the first pack actually doesn't have much of anything. Starting strong.
Alright, so right off the bat, Raigeki, Pot of Greed. Those are the big two in this pack for us. Star Deck Yugi already gave us Monster Reborn and Dark Hole, and I believe Change of Heart. So power spell wise, we're pretty set, but if we could get those two, take us to the next level, especially going forward. If we can get Polymerization, then Gaia the Dragon Champ would be really cool, and Red Eyes would be really nice because heading into Metal Raiders, we get that Black Skull Dragon access. That being said, let's open this first pack and hope for the best. Alright, so right off the bat, Pot of Greed. Great way to start things off.
Okay guys, this was pack 4. It's super solid. We have a two-prong attack and a Trap Hole. Both of those cards come in the starter deck, but being able to double up on both of them is just great. I really like Trap Hole right now. Two-prong attack honestly is really average. In all honesty, it's kind of trash. But right now, when it comes to what removal we have, it's the best that we have. Pack 6, this is another bad pack, but we did get Dragoness the Wicked Knight. Not a good card at all, but I will say I do have a regional top with this card. Not that it's broken or anything, but it just brings back memories. This card was played back in Zodiac format when Instant Fusion would summon out Norden. There were times where you didn't need Norden or you just didn't have the level 4s to get you started. And if you opened a Takatomborg, this is a level 3 win, so you could special summon Takatomborg from your hand without committing your normal summon, giving you access to Invoker, or even better, you could make a Totem Bird. So it was a pretty cool card. Was it amazing? No, but it's pretty cool to see that this card came out of LOB. Super awesome.
Hane Hane, the homie, Gucci Gucci. There's the Poly. Can we pull the Dragon Knight?
Okay, we're on pack 8. This is a solid pack because it's got Man-Eater Bug. Super awesome. Alright, and we got our first ultra rare in the left leg of the Forbidden One. Cool to have. And then again, useless to have, but hey, it's cool to say I pulled a piece of Exodia, I guess. But okay, here's another cool pack. We got Flame Swordsman as a super rare. Could have been Raigeki, could have been another Trap Hole, could have been Swords of Revealing Light, but we got a Flame Swordsman. Another awesome card for the collection. Definitely gonna throw this in an extra deck.
We pulled the Dragon Knight, we pulled Poly, we pulled Pot. Can we pull Raigeki? There it is, there's Raigeki. Okay, can we pull the Red Eyes? Can we pull the Red Eyes?
Alright, another super rare and another Flame Swordsman. I'm not happy about it, but hey, double Flame Swordsman in the extra deck, I'll take it. Alright, we got a Fissure. Super solid. More removal. Okay, we pulled a secret rare, Trihorn Dragon. Alright guys, right after this secret rare, we got Pot of Greed. That was like the one card I wanted from the set, so I'm super happy. Late in the game, I was getting nervous. Pack 19 had the Pot of Greed.
Okay, so we didn't get Red Eyes, so we're not going to be seeing Black Skull Dragon and Metal Raiders, but we did get Pot of Greed, which is fantastic. Saw the Dragon Champion, Polymerization. We saw a lot of nice level 4 defensive monsters. And then we didn't get much else. We did get Raigeki though. So honestly, out of the the 5 that I wanted, I got 4. Can't really complain about that. Really looking forward to building this Playground Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
All right, so look at this pack. We got a second Dragoness, the Wicked Knight. And we got Raigeki, of course. That's super awesome. This card will probably be in my deck for a while, honestly. That and Pot of Greed, super staple. Yeah, man, that's super awesome. The starter deck came with Dark Hole. I have a Raigeki. Got a couple Fissures. Got a Man-Eater Bug. Things are looking pretty good. Final pack. And Giant Soldier of Stone. Okay, no, that's totally cool. I really haven't pulled a lot of 2K defenders, so to be able to add those to the deck, super important, especially when I'm mixing in Man-Eater Bug and Hang Hang. So just a quick overview. We got Trap Hole. Super glad that'll be around for a while. Man-Eater Bug was another super awesome, super rare. All these super rares were like super solid. I did pull Double Flame Swordsman. That's super awesome. I believe I got 1 Fissure, 1 Stop Defense, and a Raigeki. That is... Oh, and who could forget Pot of Greed? So, all in all, super solid. I'm super happy going forward. This makes like a really good base to grow off of. It's not the most exciting deck that I'm going to put forward, but I think I've got a lot to work with. I got some really strong attackers in the Kaiba starter deck. I've got a lot of unique monsters here I can pick from. This is going to take a sec. Let me map out what I got, and we'll go from there in the deck building. I'm super excited. I hope Ricardo's ready because this is going to be pretty exciting.
Deck profile time, guys. So starting things off, we have Dark Magician himself. And while True Tributes isn't exactly ideal, Summon Skull can't do all the heavy lifting by himself. Next up is Gaia. I was kind of iffy on Gaia at first, but luckily we got Polymerization and Dragon Champion. So all we have to do is have him in hand for Polymerization to be live alongside Curse of Dragon. And then we get that free 26k beat stick. Summon Skull, like I said, 1 tribute, 25k. In the future he'll be searchable. Easy as our ace. Curse of Dragon, at this point in the game, at 2k attack, it's probably going to be amongst the strongest monsters on the field at the time. Neo the Magic Swordsman, 17k, the strongest of our level 4 monsters. I almost debated putting Book of Secret Arts in just for him, so that he would be at an easy 2k, but we ended up going with Sword of Dark Destruction because it affects dark monsters instead. So that's Dark Magician, and our next 2 monsters, Man-Eating Treasure Chest and Dragon Zombie. Aquamador, Mystical Elf, Spirit of the Harp, Giant Soldier of Stone. Like I said earlier, we wanted those 2k bodies because nothing outside of Judgment and Blue Eyes is going to touch them from start to Kaiba. Their main goal here is to stall, but also all of them are under 1500 attack points, meaning that Last Will can grab any one of them. Wall of Illusion, like I said earlier, its effect to bounce monsters to hands right now it's really overpowered. I wish that we could have had more, but right now it's just locked behind the starter deck and nothing else. Man-Eater Bug, great way to get over things that we can't normally. What we got really lucky to pull from Legend of Blue Eyes was Hane Hane. Hane Hane is like Man-Eater Bug, but with the bounce effect of Wall of Illusion. Fun little disruptor. Justin doesn't know we have this one, so it'll be nice if he does run over Man-Eater Bug and just doesn't know what else is set. Now into the spells, Monster Reborn, Change of Heart, Raigeki, Pot of Greed, Dark Hole. All of these are extremely busted. They've all seen time on the ban list in one shape or another. Card Destruction. Very great card. It can either make a bad hand into a good hand, it can set up Monster Reborn, it can make an opponent's entire game worthless if we just manage to hit the one card they needed. Easy no-brainer. Polymerization, it's here for Gaia. In the future, it'll help us out a lot, but for right now, it's here for Gaia. Soul Exchange, it's like the prototype kaiju. Admittedly, it'd be nice if we got the battle phase afterwards, but that would have been extremely busted at this point in the game, so we're just lucky to have it. Dispel, better options are going to be coming in the future, and I cannot wait for better options to come. Dying Keto, Double Fissure, easy ways to get over cards that we can't normally, or maybe I just want to clear a field to attack for game. Last Will, extremely broken card. In our deck it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 targets. Sword of Dark Destruction, Remove Trap. I don't think there's any traps in the game right now that I'm worried about, aside from maybe Ultimate Offering. Castle Walls, Reinforcements. Right now, those immediate stat buffs are just very important. It could mean the difference between living another turn or taking the game. Trap Hole, it hits a lot of things right now. 2-pronged attack, we can get bodies on the field pretty easily, and we can stall out our defenses pretty easily. So 2-pronged is a very nice way to get over bigger monsters that we're afraid of otherwise. Ultimate Offering, yeah, this is just busted. If I could just summon a monster, pay 500, and then drop Summon Skull, Yeah, we're gonna do that. Wabago, yeah, this means that my monsters are guaranteed to survive a turn. This means my life points are safe for a turn. Side deck, we have our lone dragon capture jar just in case Justin pulled multiple dragons and decided that Lord of D was the way to go. Our extra deck is one card, and that's Gaia the Dragon Champion. Like I said, 26k attack, free summon up polymerization. It's our strongest main deck monster. We're just gonna have to hope that it gets the job done. So that's our very first starter deck here. Once we get to Metal Raiders, the deck's going to see a lot of change, but for now, this is just the way things are going to have to be. I'm pretty nervous about this duel. Not in terms of I think I'm going to lose, but just in terms of it's been such a long time since I played such a limited card pool that I both know what I'm going to be seeing and yet have no idea what I'm going to be seeing. So it's going to be a fun time. Really scared about what Justin's building though, because I don't know what he pulled, but he said he was really happy with his pools, and that's concerning.
Okay, so here's the deck. It's nothing too crazy to talk about because it's a bunch of vanilla monsters, but just gonna go over some of the notable stuff. Hane, Maneater Bug, and Trapmaster are my only effect monsters, but I hope that they can put in some work and remove cards that are in my way. I think the key to this is just going to be managing your resources, making sure you get the right removal at the right time, using your removal correct, and hopefully you don't get punished by board wipes. All in all, I honestly think this looks pretty solid. The notable cards being Double Trap, Hole, Double Fissure, the Raigeki. So happy I pulled that, as well as Pot of Greed. Those are like the two best cards I probably could have pulled in the set. So we also got Blue Eyes and Trihorn Dragon, 2 tribute monsters. For the single tributes, Judgment, Swordstalker. I think 4 tribute summons is the perfect ratio. I don't think Trihorn's very good. It probably should be another single tribute, but we'll see if it works out. Other than that, I just got a bunch of beaters. Lajin, Battleox, Rogue Doll, Ryukushin, Skull Red Birds, Urabies. We're playing Beaver Warrior because he's got a decent defense and has synergy with Sogen, and Invigoration is the only equipped spell that really has a generic application. I don't know if it's going to come up, but this is the best I got. Giant Soldier Stone and Aquamador are the only 2k defenders. I'm glad I have them. Maybe set up some tribute summons or just kind of stall out. Again, the attack modulators are Sogen, Mountain, and Invigoration. Just the best that I had that really applied to the cards that I had. Monster removal, Fissure, Raigeki, Dark Hole. So glad I have Raigeki. Hopefully it'll win some games for me. Raigeki and Dark Hole are going to be big tempo swingers, so I think holding on to that as long as you possibly can is what's going to win some games. Stop Defense, just a pretty good removal card. Monster Reborn, and of course Pot of Greed, the best spell card ever. And then for the traps, Double Trap, Hole. I'm so glad I have these. Or 2-prong attack. Such a bad card, but it's the best I got. Reinforcements, I think is a pretty solid card. Reverse Trap, I think this could catch him off guard if he has a lot of equipped spells or field spells. I don't know if he's going to go that route, but I think just having this can catch him off guard if timed correctly. And then, of course, the best trap card in the game right now, Ultimate Offering. In theory, this card's insane, but when you're normal summoning a bunch of normal monsters, it's not really that insane. But that's pretty much it for the main deck. The side deck is kind of irrelevant. Just some more trap removal cards like Reaper of Cards, Remove Trap, depending on how well he pulled, I guess. D-Spell, maybe he got Swords of Revealing Light. This is irrelevant right now. This Legendary Sword was just for more attack modulation, and Dragon Capture Jar if he's on a lot of dragons. Extra deck's kind of irrelevant, but I just put them all in there because it looks cool. But I'm super excited to get going, man. I can't wait for what's next. All right, the time has come. We are about to have our first game here. Ricardo,
Yo.
Are you ready, man?
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous. Like, not because I think I'm gonna lose, but because the deck is so ass that I might lose just because of that.
Oh man, yeah, I noticed when I was pulling my packs, I'm sure you'll see eventually, but like the first half of my packs were completely useless. I was getting really nervous. I had a couple of good things, but nothing, LOB isn't the most crazy set, obviously.
Yeah, I did some practice drafts when I was at lunch, and I was like, all right, cool, let's just see what I can pull. And I was like, oh, cool, I'm pulling like a Blue Eyes, and then a Dark Magician, and then Raigeki. And I was like, all right, time for my actual openings. And I was like, oh, this sucks. Nothing good is happening here. And then I was like, man, it's a good thing we're starting with the starter decks because that deck is doing like a hard carry for this duel. And if we didn't have them, I'm like, man, this would be such a boring ass thing to watch.
Yeah, and that's one thing I really liked about what we're doing, is because it just gives us that extra card pool. Hopefully it balances the game throughout the series, and then of course, yeah, these first few episodes are a lot slower than most people are used to who play today, so the starter decks at least help push us in the right direction. I knew for myself getting into it, I don't want to spoil anything, but I know that I was at a slight disadvantage going into it just because of the card pool. You can make arguments for either starter deck, but I think it's pretty clear the Yugi starter deck just comes with a bunch of good cards.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to like just go, okay, I'm gonna pick Yugi. I wanted to, all right, let me do this wheel, because I want to give you the chance for it to not be like, all right, I'm the guest, I'm picking Summon Skull, and then I win the first one. It's like, well, that wasn't very fun because I picked the better deck.
Yeah, well, and I think in the end of the day, it's not too big a deal, because again, if I lose 3 in a row, I could always get myself my own Yugi starter deck. So luckily, I'm not too worried about it, but I was definitely telling myself that going into the packs, I needed to get a little bit more staples, just because I knew your deck came with a good amount of staples going into game 1. But that's the beauty of the progression series. You never know what somebody's going to pull, so let's see if I pulled good enough to to keep up with this round 1.
Let's go ahead and do this rock, paper, scissors.
All right, the very first rock, paper, scissors of the series. It's a big decision.
All right. And just to be clear, first turn player draws, correct?
Yeah, we're going to be playing traditional format, follow the ban list of the current set's timeline, and we're going to follow the same master rules as the timeline of that set as well.
All right, so I'm going to entrust it all on this one right here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it starts strong.
You gotta...
Well, good luck, buddy. I mean, I'm super excited, and this is just the first of many episodes to happen, so good luck, my friend.
I refuse that good luck. All right, I'm taking first. All right. Draw, opening card. Oh, that's a pretty disgusting hand. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start this off right. Set 1, set 2, pass.
All right, starts with the back row. Trap cards are kind of scary, especially in a format that's this slow. I think I'm gonna have to start it off a little bit different. I'm gonna set a monster.
A word.
And I'm gonna place right in the imperm column.
Okay.
And I'm gonna set one more and pass turn.
All right, let's go ahead and. Okay, so one of those could be a trap hole. I'm not worried about 2-prong because you only got 1 monster on the field. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and normal summon Dragon Zombie.
Ooh, yeah, that's that's pretty big. Let me think here. I think I have to. I think I'm gonna have to trap hole here. I did open a trap hole.
All right, so that's at the very least 1 trap hole out of the way. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pass then.
All right. Starting turn. Yeah. I was a little nervous that was a man-eater bug, and I feel like you would have flipped it if it was. So if I had to guess, I'm gonna guess it's a 2K defender just because your deck's just full of them. But you know what? I'm gonna be the aggressor. I'm gonna tribute summon in my main phase 1.
That We're
going with Judgment.
Okay.
It's not as good as Summon Skull, but it's the best thing I got.
This
at
could
least.
Be a problem.
Is the summon good?
Yeah,
bud?
summon's good.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna go to battle, and I'm gonna swing. Okay, sweet. All right, I'm gonna go to main phase 2. I am gonna set 1 more card, and I'm gonna end my turn.
Man, that Judgment is a problem. All right, I know I got rid of 1 trap hole. 2 prongs on an issue right now. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and set, and I'm gonna pass.
All right, starting turn. Main phase 1.
Yeah.
Well, don't really have to do anything. I am gonna just enter battle and poke you for 22. And that's gonna be the end of the turn.
Oh man. we gotta pass.
Ooh. Oh man. Okay. Okay, I am going to enter battle again.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. And I'm going to poke one more time.
Alright. I'm not starting this duel off where I want, but the hand is not being kind to me.
Alright. In main phase 2, I'm going to set a monster.
Okay.
And I'm going to end my turn.
Okay, so the Kaiba deck has Hane. Alright. I'm going to have to set one, and I'll have to pass on that.
Alright, starting turn. It's so funny because the game is so much slower, but there's just so many little things you start to think about, like what kind of traps or bluffs somebody could be setting, like, or is there a 2K defender set? Is there a flip effect monster set? So it's not the highest ceiling, but there's still a level of intricacy, I guess, that kind of goes into this, and it's really fun. I think I'm going to go to main phase 1.
Yeah.
You have a new set card. I'm just going to go to battle. I'm going to poke one more time with the Judge Man, put you within range of lethal next turn, kind of force you to have to do something next turn.
Well, let's hope
and I'm going to pass.
Let's hope I draw something this turn. Damn, this is not looking good. You got no choice but to pass.
Ooh, I like to see it. Let's see. All right, I'm just going to try and... okay. What could be happening? Okay, I'm going to go to main phase 1. I don't have to worry about cards like Torrential Tribute or anything like that that's just going to punish me. So I feel like I'm pretty confident I can just normal summon this Komori Dragon.
Oof.
And the worst thing that can happen is be met with Trap Hole. Is the summon okay?
Yeah, summon's good.
Okay, so we're going to enter battle.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to swing with Komori for game.
Nah. Wabuku.
Oh, Wabuku. I forgot all about that card. That came in your starter deck. Oh, man, that's crazy.
I was hoping...
It's like literally Karibo for you. That's awesome.
I was hoping I could defend a monster with it, but damn. Things are...
Man, not going to lie. I might be getting punished here if you have like Dark Hole or something now that I have 3 monsters on the field. Pass and turn. I guess you got to have it.
Gotta go hard the cards. Oh, baby. Baby, I got better.
Oh! Oh man, that's insane. All right, yeah, I can't stop it, obviously. And then the set card was the Hain. You read that right.
All right, so damn, there ain't much I can do with this. I just gotta pass and pray.
What? You don't have a monster?
I'm playing like way less monsters than I would like.
Let's see what happens. I'm gonna normal summon Skull Red Bird.
Oof.
And wait for a response.
Oh, that summon's good.
Oh, okay. Battle phase for 15-15 for game?
Yeah, that's game 1. Fuck.
All right. Sweet. Awesome.
Okay, much better hand. Let's hope it sticks. Normal summon the boy Dragon Zombie once again.
Oh, nice. The 16 beater.
Alright, and then we'll set 2, and we'll pass.
Oh, 2 back row again. All right, starting turn. All right, I'm going to set a monster.
Yeah.
And pass.
Okay. I think I'm okay sitting on this Dragon Zombie. So we're going to go to battle phase.
All right.
And we're just going to go ahead and attack into whatever your face down is.
It is a...
Ooh.
Giant Soldier of Stone. I did pull one from the set. I know you have one in your starter deck, but I was lucky enough to pull one for myself.
Alright. I can't risk you getting out Judge Man.
Too strong.
Alright, so I gotta Fisher the Giant Soldier.
Alright, 1 for 1s at its best. Alright, starting turn. Alright, I'm gonna normal summon Skull Red Bird.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and trap hold that.
Alright, it's gonna go to the grave, and then I will set a back row of my own and pass turn.
Alright. Let's go ahead and see that trap hole.
Yeah, let's see. I am gonna have to trap a hole this card. I don't think I could let that hang around.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and activate Last Will.
Oh, you're insane.
Alright, so let's go ahead. A monster of less than 1500 attack. So many
It's
options.
funny because I say it's insane, but in all actuality, at this point in the game, that card really I mean,
Oh,
it gets
this-
more bodies on the field, so that's
card's
nice.
busted. All right. Oh, so you're a spellcaster, so we can go ahead and activate Yami as well. So that's a 14k. All right.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and go to battle phase. Attack
Alrighty.
directly with both, so that's 3k.
Let's see, so 16 from the zombie and 14 from the Aquamador.
Yeah. Shouts out to Aquamador for getting a retain and Dawn of Majesty. No one's gonna use it, but shouts out.
All right, standby main.
Yep.
All right, this is interesting. So, I like your Yami because it helps me out in
Ooh,
this
no.
particular instance. I'm gonna normal summon Rogue Doll.
Oh, okay.
So this makes my numbers actually pretty awesome because it's
Yeah,
at
sounds-
18. So I'm strong enough to run over either one. Now,
Yeah.
I would normally want to run over the Dragon Zombie.
Put that Madora
But-
defense.
Yes, exactly. I think I'm going to have to do the Aquamador and try to make sure you don't switch that to defense.
18k, huh? Okay.
Yeah. In main phase 2, I am going to set one card and pass the turn.
Alright. So that can either be a really punishing trap hole or it could be a bluff.
Ah, yeah, you never really know, and that's the thing, but
Alright, well I gotta risk it. I'm gonna tribute Dragon Zombie.
ooh.
Curse of Dragon.
Yeah, summon's good.
Alright, let's go straight into main phase and get this little doll off the field unless you have reinforcements.
I wish I did, man. Reinforcements would be pretty good right now. Rogue Doll is destroyed.
Alright. I'm gonna end on Curse of Dragon.
Alright, we will start turn. Well, I do have options.
Options.
Which sounds crazy. Yeah, no, yeah. It sounds crazy, trust me, but I do have them.
The fact that you have an extra deck is really disturbing to me.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna normal summon I can never pronounce his name, but I'm going with Kajikoki.
Yeah.
And I will set a card face down and pass the turn.
Okay, so that's scary. Alright, let's go ahead and activate D-Spell, and I'm going to target the card you just set.
Very, very interesting. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I'll flip it for you.
Ooh, okay,
It's
okay.
Reinforcements. The card, I got it a turn too late. It would have been great to have last turn. Now you know not to attack if you don't want to lose your monster.
So the problem is that if you have Judge Man, you're going to run over Curse of Dragon.
This is true.
But if not, you can run over Curse of Dragon anyways, and just crash and summon something else. So
Also true. So you just got to take the chance and
yeah, we just got to have battle phase, Curse of Dragon, go into Koji.
all right, I'm going to have to do it. And in damage step, I'll activate reinforcements.
So they crash. Alright, main phase 2. I will set a monster in defense and pass.
Stand by me.
Yep. Saying standby, I mean like I have a hand trap to do anything with.
I know, right? You're like, you know what? I think in the standby phase, I'll activate Lancia. Okay, I'm going to set a monster and pass my turn.
Alright, here we go. Time for some bustedness. Activate Pot of Greed.
Oh, and you got a Pot of Greed as well. Man, all the staples. That is scary, because now I know you're going to have these staple cards going forward for the rest of the series. It's...
Alright, decisions.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and set and pass.
Ooh, big brain plays. All right, this isn't bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. I'm gonna normal summon my dinosaur, Urabi,
He's good.
and I'm gonna attack your new set.
Alright. So it's Hane Hane.
Man, oh, Hane. Okay. Which would you like to bounce? My set monster or my dino?
Decisions. I'm gonna have to bounce the face down.
All right, face down goes to hand. That's interesting. So I know you have Maneater Bug, but then now you also have Hain for... Ah, man. Making it hard on me.
I was hoping I got like a playset of Hains because I was like, man, that's a solid disruption right now.
Yeah, right now, any effect monster in general is pretty solid in the game right now for sure. So, yeah, I was hoping to pull a bunch of Hains myself as well.
Alright, so we're going to have to make this hard up from the get-go. I tribute Spirit of the Heart, Summon Skull.
Oh, man. And he gets 200 attack, correct? So he's at 27.
Yep, because the boy is a fiend.
Yeah, that's can't do anything about it.
Let's go, the best ace in the game. Take that baby out.
Yeah, it's funny, in my deck profile I was talking about hopefully I don't get in a position where Ricardo just summons Skull and I just can't out it, but
oh man, my deck profile, I was hyping this boy up. I was like, everything else in this deck is trash. Here's the boy's gonna carry us forward.
Yeah, better than Change of Heart and Last Will and Card Destruction, right? Is Summon Skull. Because I would probably agree to some degree. At least right now, it's definitely super powerful.
Because right now, unless you have Polly and Gaia, or you summon Blue Eyes or Trihorn Dragon, I'm pretty sure Summon Skull's the strongest monster in the game right now.
Oh yeah, as far as single tributes, it's the strongest. So you definitely have to draw answers to the card.
So I'm a little afraid of that being a Hane. So I'm just going to go ahead and set and pass.
Okay.
You could have gotten a Maneater Bug too, so that's pretty scary to think about.
That is true. Maneater Bug was a super rare, so not the hardest to pull, but I did notice that most of the cards I was after were super rares and rares. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I was just mainly going for that Regeki, so that was like the only ultra rare that was hard to get. Pot of Greed's rare, and then I didn't care about anything else. I was like, those two are the ones that I need more than anything. They're all just bonuses for this one duel, pretty much.
Right. Well, I'm gonna just set two and pass.
All right, so draw.
Nothing I can do to that Summon Skull.
Let's go ahead. That's two monsters on board. I can't risk that Blue Eyes, so let's go ahead and enter battle. And
battle's good.
Summon Skull will attack this first monster you set.
And the first monster I set was the Maneater Bug.
Damn it.
And then you bet, yes, I'm going to pop the Summon Skull. I got very lucky with the super rare pull there. When I pulled it, I got super excited because I knew you'd be expecting Hain, but I didn't know if you would think about Maneater Bug.
I knew he would be there. All right, I'm going to set and pass. I just feel like it's too not rare to not pull, for you at least.
Right. Well, nothing too exciting here, so I'm going to set another monster and pass the turn again.
Alright, so the question is one of these going to be a Hane? Or could you have pulled multiple Maneater Bugs?
I'm just scared that you got a Raigeki in your hand and I just lose everything.
I gotta pass on this board.
Alright, giving me a chance, huh? If those were Maneater Bug, you probably would have flipped it. Maybe not. Maybe you're waiting to save it like I did. Gonna pass for now. I think I don't have to do anything.
We'll set one, and we'll pass.
Alright. We're gonna start turn. Alright, standby main, and I drew one of my staple cards, Ricardo. Something that in the beginning of the video I said, of all the cards to pull, this is the one card I hope I at least pull, and that is...
You got Petite Angel. Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't that lucky. I got Pot of Greed. So now you know, just like you, I've got some greed in me. All right, so let's make this interesting.
Ooh, that's scary. All right, so you got 5 cards in hand, 2 background.
I don't want to commit too hard, right? There's this fine line of trying to run over cards by battle, but not overcommitting to where you just lose all your card advantage from like Dark Hole or Raigeki. So it's not like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it's like once you have the combo, you can just go off. But but I feel like I should still at least try to do something right now. So I'm going to flip summon Trap Master.
Ooh.
And I'm going to activate his effect and target your set card.
Hmm.
This is basically D-Spell, but for traps. So you'll have to reveal it either way.
So I'm going to activate Waboku. So
Okay, so you're chaining the Waboku.
So I'm safe this turn at least.
Well,
Okay, so Trap Master.
the Waboku keeps that out.
Do you remember when this card came out, or like when the decks came out, and Waboku was so awkwardly and poorly worded that no one knew what this card did?
Yeah, I do remember that. It took them a while to put out an errata to where it actually fully explained the card in its actual text.
Yeah,
whereas like, the old text.
I remember I would play like the World Championship video game, and Waboku's like, "All right, here's your starter deck." And I was like, "Well, I'll activate it." Oh, my monsters don't die. Oh, well, the card doesn't say that. So okay, is that a glitch?
All right, so I'm going to start out with normal summoning Beaver Warrior.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to deal with. But I'm going to start swinging into these things. It might cost me some life points, but
Yeah.
I have to know what you got because I'm horrified of these flip effect monsters right now.
So that's Wall of Illusion.
Ooh.
So
Okay, so I'm going to take 650 or yeah, it's a fiend, right? So actually it's at 2050.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to take 850 right now for this one. And then you're going to use the effect, correct?
yeah,
Okay, so this will go back to hand.
I was so excited about this card. I was like, this is probably the most forgotten card in those two starter decks, but it's one of the best defensive options.
Oh, for sure, because that can just sit there. It's got a great defense. Yeah, that's pretty insane. I think I'm going to regret this as well, but I need to bait that Man-Eater Bug if you have it.
That's the homie.
Yep, that's what I figured. I'll take some more life points. I'm almost dead, man. All right. Main phase 2.
Yeah.
I have to do this. Because otherwise, well, you're just going to change your thing to attack. I guess, do I die if you attack me? Okay, so if you attack, I'll take 800. And I'll still be alive. This might be my undoing for this episode, but I'm gonna kind of go for broke here. I am going to activate Ultimate Offering and pay 500 life points to extra normal summon.
Yeah.
Going to normal summon that Beaver Warrior back. But I am going to end on this, and I'm going to pass. Curious to see what you'll do.
All right, so stone to attack,
Okay.
and let's go ahead and attack Trap Master, which should be
When you enter battle phase, I am going to activate Ultimate Offerings effect.
Oh,
Because I can do that in your battle phase as well. So in battle phase, I will pay 500
yes,
to normal summon.
yes.
And I'm going to tribute 2 monsters to summon my Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm so juiced I got to summon this. I'm not going to lie. I'm at 250 life points, but man, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
All right, so we'll replay the attack. Soldier's gonna attack this face down.
And the monster you attack is Heinane. And I'm going to bounce your Wall of Illusion.
All right, so this goes to hand. Main phase 2. I'm gonna go ahead and set 2 and pass. I'm so sorry, Giant Soldier.
All right. Oh, man. This is crazy.
Damn, I was hoping I would not see Blue Eyes.
Yeah, you did. That's how I felt about your Summon Skull. I had no clue what would happen. All right, main phase 1. Let's see. I mean, if you got it, you got it. Let's see if you've got the trap hole. Normal summon Mystic Horseman.
No, that's fine.
I guess I'm going to have to activate Monster Reborn and target your Summon Skull.
Damn, that's gonna hurt.
Anything on the summon?
No, you're good.
All right, we're going to enter battle phase.
Yeah.
So first, I'm going to attack your Giant Soldier of Stone and crash with Mystic Horseman.
So that's a crash, not what I was expecting.
Okay. Part of me was horrified of reinforcements for game. I am not going to lie. All right. Next, I'm going to attack with Blue Eyes. And into what I'm guessing is the wall.
Yeah.
Alright, so this guy will go back to my hand. You're using the effect, I would assume.
Yeah.
And now I'll attack directly with 2700 with your Summon Skull.
Betrayed.
Alright. And that'll pass my turn.
Alright. Activate Dark Hole.
Yeah, I had a feeling something like this would happen with my life points so low.
So I normal summon Spirit of the Harp. So even if that's Trap Hole, I don't care. Battle phase, Spirit of the Harp for game.
Oh man, yeah, you got this one. I got a little greedy there with the ultimate offering, but I just felt like I was in a position where I was losing anyway, so I figured might as well put you in a position where at least I might have a chance at winning. Alright, since we have the old rules and we get the extra card, I feel like going first is still correct. So I will start.
Okay.
We're going to draw for turn. I am going to set a monster and pass.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set 2 and then set 1 in D and pass.
Alright, starting turn. I am going to normal summon Skull Redbird.
Yeah, that's fine.
I am going to enter the battle phase and attack your set monster.
My ace, Spirit of the Harp.
I will take that for 50. In main phase 2, I can't let you get that summon skull out, so I am going to fissure your monster.
That's fair.
And I'll pass turn.
I think you're going to wish you had it. Dragon Zombie.
Ooh. Yep, that's a strong card.
Alright, let's go ahead and go to battle. And Dragon Zombie attack the Skull Red for an amazing 50 damage.
I'll take the 50.
Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and set. And pass.
Starting turn, main phase 1.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to set another monster. And I'll pass the turn.
Alright, let's go ahead and start off right with Pot of Greed.
Yep. Draw 2.
Okay. Not bad, not great. Alright, so let's go ahead and battle phase.
Okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and attack the first card you set.
This one was first turn bluff. Just a Komori Dragon.
I'll go ahead and set one, and I'll pass.
Man, 4 back row? What format is this?
Bro, you...
Oh, man.
I'm cheating. I went head to Metal Raiders, pulled some solemns, you know.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I guess I'll set one and pass again.
Alright, battle phase.
Yes.
I'll attack the card you just set.
The card I just set?
Yeah.
This was Trap Master again.
Ooh.
I am going to target your newest set that you set last turn.
Damn, that one hurts a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'll pass on that.
Alright, starting my turn. Okay, this is interesting. I'm assuming I'm going to get hit with Trap Hole if I summon anything. I'm going to flip summon Man-Eater Bug and activate the effect.
Alright.
And then I'm going to... Oh, gotta go to main phase 1. Then I'm going to normal summon Kojikoki in attack mode.
Yeah, that's good.
Gonna go to battle.
Yeah, so that's gonna be...
Man-Eater Bug for 450,
450.
and then Kojikoki for 15.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get out Man-Eating Treasure Chest.
What is this? Okay, 16 beater.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And I'm gonna go ahead and attack the Man-Eater Bug.
Going for the damage, huh? Okay, so I take, what is this, 1150?
Yeah. Alright, main phase 2. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Fissure so I don't have to see that Judge Man.
Well played.
And then I'll pass.
Starting turn. Main phase 1. Gonna just normal summon Battle Locks here.
Yeah, that's good.
So you don't have Trap Hole, you don't have Reinforcements. You could have Ultimate Offering. There's nothing really that I'm scared of off the top of my head. I'm just gonna attack. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna go ahead and activate Wabako to prevent destruction.
Sounds good. Okay. Main phase 2, I think I'll pass.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and tribute Treasure Chest for Curse of Dragon.
Summon Skull? Okay,
Nah.
not as bad. I was just thinking, I'm like, I'm probably going to get Tribute summoned on right now. But that's alright.
Let's go ahead and Curse of Dragon, destroy Battle Locks.
300 over the Battle Locks. We got an even game right here, 60-50 to 60-50.
How did we end up?
Crazy.
We ended up at the 50s.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. What are the odds? Alright, I am in quite a weird spot. Obviously, you have the you got a big monster there on the field.
There's one card I really want to draw. I want to use it in this duel, and but it's such a waste of resources.
Oh yeah, that's half the game. I'm gonna end my turn. I've got nothing.
All right. Let's go ahead and summon Giant Soldier of Stone.
Sounds good.
Let's see that Gores attack with Giant Soldier.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
wish I had Gores. That's something that would be great.
Alright, and then Curse Dragon for 2k.
Yeah, total of 33.
Pass turn.
Alright, I'm gonna start the turn, and I'm getting low on life, so I have to do this. I did open one of these myself, Ricardo. I opened a Raigeki as well.
I knew that was coming.
After that, all I really have is a normal summon Beaver Warrior. You got a Trap Hole for me?
Nah, Luis the Beaver Warrior is fine with me.
Oh, okay. Alright, in that case, I think I'm gonna Monster Reborn your Curse of Dragon.
Ooh, that one sucks. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Nope.
Nothing I can do about that.
Not gonna Chain Call the Haunted or anything like that.
We have like 0 negates, right? So no Magic Jammers, no Solums.
Yeah, nothing. That's all next set where
Yeah.
we start getting Magic Jammer.
Alright, so I got it.
All right, so I'm gonna enter battle.
Yeah. I'll take this.
And 1200.
Yeah, take the 32 to
And
the
2000.
face. Ugh. Damn, this is a lot closer.
Almost
than
the
I
same
would-
life points again. 100 off.
Oof.
All right, I am gonna set one, and I'm gonna pass the turn.
Alright, I know how to play this. Alright, we'll set. We'll
All right,
pass on this face
starting
down.
turn. All right. I'm horrified of Maneater Bug and Hane, but either way, I'm gonna have to play into it. So I'm gonna play into it like this and activate Stop Defense.
Ooh.
And flip your face down monster face up.
Goes to attack.
Hopefully
now,
it's a 2k defender.
Yeah, so it goes into attack. Damn. So we gotta
Yeah.
flip it.
Ooh, even
and
better.
it's an attack. Oof.
That makes life a lot better. That's interesting. Well, you haven't had anything to stop my attacks yet, so I think there's not many times in this point of the series that you're going to be able to go for lethal, so I think whenever it comes up, I have to try it. I'm going to activate Fisher
Ooh.
to pop your one and only monster that's flipped
Damn,
face
I
up.
think that's gonna be game.
And I'm going to enter battle,
Oh.
attack with the Beaver Warrior, and attack you directly with your own Curse of Dragon for game.
Damn, that is game.
Yes!
Man.
Oh man, that is crazy. Oh, there's the Mystical Elf. Ooh, Monster Reborn too. You were holding that for a while. Oh, Polly! I'm curious, what's your one fusion target?
Bro, you know what it is.
What do you got? You got the Gaia? Do you got Flamesword? Oh, you did. You do have both materials, so that's super awesome. You pulled a Polly and the secret rare, huh?
Man. On the bright side, we are never having to use these cards ever again.
You'd be surprised. I don't know. I could see some of these cards in this deck hanging around
I can
at
see
least for a little while.
my effects sticking around. Maybe my 2k defense monsters. But once we get into
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're getting Witch of the Black Forest and Metal Raiders, right?
Yeah, Metal Raiders changes a lot. Magician of Faith, Mask of Darkness, right? You get Sangan, Witch of the Black Forest.
Oh, Solum is the
you
big
get
one.
You get all the clowns. There's so many good effect monsters that come in the next set. It's super cool. I'm super excited for that set, honestly, because it's really the first wave of cards released that really show what the game is supposed to be, as far as like your monsters actually doing things similar to your spells or traps, right?
Yeah.
It just adds that layer to the game that makes it that much more fun. All right, buddy. Well, next week, I'm super looking forward to the opening. Metal Raiders is going to be awesome. I'm hoping to pump up our decks, and who knows, it looks like the staples we pulled were all pretty even for the most part, a couple here and there, so it looks like we're on a pretty level playing field for right now, at least. All right, bud. I'll see you next week.